see all of you. Let me change my view again. There we go. It's good to see all of you. Here in Seattle, we're finally getting a respite, a little bit anyway, from the rain. Today, we have a phenomenal artist and good friend. We have Sandy Alnuck, a neighbor in the rain. She's here in Seattle as well. So it's great to have you here, Sandy.
Well, thanks. I'm excited to be here.
Okay.
A
And
special
so,
day today, John, as you said, because it's Sandy's first time to join us on a painting holiday, along with the rest of the brand ambassadors.
awesome. Awesome. And Sandy's going to be with us in Frankfurt. No, in Bologna.
In Italy, yes.
In Italy, which will be nice. Be the first time that there would be so many of us together, which will be just fabulous.
Yeah.
So Ethel, can we see some of Sandy's work?
Um, well, she actually has prepared. Yeah, she's got an artwork ready, but
Fantastic.
we begin with Letitia first, and then we are on a roll now with around, I think, six brand ambassadors
Okay,
who will be showing to us different artworks themed for the holidays. So I'll put in
great.
Letitia's and Gio's frame first. It's very festive.
Hello everyone. Welcome. Hello everyone. Okay, today, yesterday I painted this big ball, and today they painted the tiny brothers.
Are you
Small-
painting all of that on a tiny ball?
No, only one, But
You have 2 minutes to paint.
yeah. No, I preparing with using this effort is watercolor ground. This is my son inside. Sorry, my voice. And the first layer I use this type, for example, is completely put inside for the leveling and create
Oh, fun.
this effect. And the first effect. The second is in the gold. Opening the red balls in the gold. And I create this. Or continues this first is a gold and second is a pearlescent white, and apply another level of gold and create the lines for the beautiful decoration, or create another effect in this part. Okay, another.
Are you drying them by hanging them up or just laying them down?
Laying them down. This effect, and after this I painting. This I have one already. Is very small, and now painting this for the Christmas tree. It's a little Christmas tree with the gouache. Okay, I get on the focus. I'm starting with this effect. Very small. Is a 2 centimeters balls. These are painted with brown, red, and cadmium red, and spring green for the brown this part. And painting with a little white. Oh, sorry. Wait for the snow effect. And another green and brown mixing for the grass.
It is your tiny brush today, Gio.
Yeah, it's not very tiny. It's only one.
Big
You're
one.
very creative.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a very big one. And with the red, I painted and I continue the line decoration. Sorry for shake my hand, but I am.
That is adorable. I love it.
Yeah. It's very funny. Because it's perfect for the Christmas tree on the table, on the center of the table during the Christmas dinner.
Are you using watercolor or wash?
This is for decoration is wash on the ground. But if you want to use the watercolor for the wash,
The previous was watercolor.
yeah. This is a watercolor, for example. But I prefer the wash in this case because it is more strong and continuous, and it's very, very, very fun. Thank you to all. And after this continues during the live for painting the Christmas ball. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Pretty.
Gio.
So pretty.
Adorable. It's just amazing. If you followed us yesterday for Thursday Live, Gio did this live there. It's so big. And then today she's gonna do the little
It's fine.
ones.
It's fine. This is my real size when I painted the details.
Because you couldn't do that in 5 minutes, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I guess so.
Thank you to all and Merry Christmas.
Christmas.
Thanks,
Merry
Gio.
Christmas.
We now
Merry
invite
Christmas. It's amazing.
Sabina.
Hello to all and Merry Christmas. And I show you a little my little world. That's a little town in Switzerland. And I'm on the sky and create a little winter landscape and show you how I do. And so I have here the coral reef color and the Champollion #1. And I just take it a little bit here in the forest. Later, here comes the forest, but first we make the church.
Do you have snow there yet, Sabina?
Oh, we have snow in Switzerland, but not in the town where I live. I'm not so high, but in Switzerland, when you want to have snow, you go by train, maybe in half an hour or an hour, and you are in the snow. That's no problem. But now, not just in the highest regions. And I used to make the brown for the wood houses. I make it with cobalt blue and quinacridone sienna. And I love the quinacridone sienna very much because it's a very good color. You can take it from the paper out if you need it, or you must do it. Sometimes you must do it. And so for me it's a very good color. I love the quinacridone. I love it. I have 3 in my card, in my dot card. And for the winter, you always need a jadeite, genuine. And so I'm a fan from jadeite too. And here in the houses, I just look for a little bit brown and a little bit more. So you must change from brown to gray and a warmer brown and a colder one. And so you can create, oh, you see here, it's flowing out, but sometimes it's happened in watercolor. No control. Just
Happy accidents.
Yes, that's right. And so you see, it's just life. And I love to create that village because it's just meditative. It's so much love when you paint. I like it. You're just in yourself, and you don't must think, and you just paint. That's okay. And later I make all these little things that you need to take the snow out and to bring a little life inside. It's just fun. And I'm very happy to make watercolors. They
Erin said
always
she's so excited for a little glimpse of Switzerland.
Yes, come and look, everybody. Now we make some dark parts. I make gray. And if you put a cobalt blue in this quinacridone, sienna a little bit more, so you have a gray. And you can make some dark things where you need it here under the roof. Every time you need some dark places. And if you need to go to other artist and other ambassador, you just can go. I make it ready here just now.
All right. I think we could have Sandy. All good to go next, Sandy?
Thank you so much, and
Absolutely.
happy
Thank you,
Christmas.
Sabina.
Same to you.
All right.
All
There you
right.
go.
I am going to do something that's a flash from my own past, which is to use my mom's cookie cutters. If you have old cookie cutters, they're more fun because you get all the memories along with them. But you can watercolor them and make them into what I'm going to make for my neighbors. I'm on the way to making a set of ornaments for them out of these, which I just started making yesterday and I was having so much fun. So I thought, okay, that's what we're going to do. If you don't have an ornament, my brain has left me. If you don't have an ornament cookie cutter, you can use a glass. And what I'm going to do is put down I went through some paints that aren't in my palette just because I wanted to use some other colors. This is chrome titanate. Yes, chrome titanate yellow. And you need to put down enough that you can get color that you can dip into or paint onto the outside edges. So the little dots on here won't show up if I stamp it, but I can kind of pop it in here. Just mix up some thick paint. You can use any kind of colors, but I would recommend, of course, for the outside edges, you use a cookie color. So it depends on whether or not you're going to try doing gingerbread cookies. You can use a darker brown. And then basically stamp it onto your paper. And then you'll have that perfect outline. Now you can use all different kinds of cookie shapes and make all different sorts of things. I've got a gajillion of them. So it's going to be fun when I get to the penguin at some point and figure out how I would frost it. You can paint these as gingerbread and then just like paint gouache lines for, making line work on your cookies. Or if you're a nut like me and you love doing negative painting, you could do that. And if you want to make a whole bunch of cookies on a plate, you can also use this same technique. So I'm going to dry this really quick so I can show you how to do that. I've painted cookies by hand before, just like drawn my own sketch of them. And it hadn't occurred to me that it would probably be helpful to use the actual cookie cutters. But since I was going to be baking this weekend, I got them out. And if you want
Sandy,
to
what?
say,
I apologize. What weight
go
is
ahead.
your paper?
This one, or well, all of this is 140-pound arches. So
Awesome. Thank you. Sorry to interrupt.
oh, that's okay. So if I wanted to put a Santa cookie in here, but I wanted it to look like it's underneath, then I could do the same thing. So I'm going to do the technique of just painting this along the outside edges and show you a simple masking technique. If you want to do like just a round painting with a whole bunch of cookies, take a piece of paper and cover up any of the areas where Santa is going to be on top of it. So I'm going to cover that and then be able to add Santa right there. Now, this one requires actually knowing how to paint a face. So it won't help you if you are challenged in figurative painting, but you can make a whole bunch of cookies this way in one painting, or you can just paint them and then trim them out. Cookie cutters are really simple in terms of the shapes that they have. So they're very easy to paint in.
And they don't ruin your diet this
and
way.
to trim. And they don't ruin your diet. Yes, that's especially for Ashley. She's silly enough to start a diet at this time of year. I don't know what is going on in your head, girl.
I'm enjoying your cookie painting, Sandy. Thank you.
And my candy, you know, I paint
candy.
food a lot because my whole sketchbooks are filled with food because we're supposed to paint the things we know and love the best, right? So depending on how you like to frost your cookies, you can do solid shapes. You can do, as I said, gouache on top. But since these might end up, I haven't decided if it's going to be a full garland that I deliver to my neighbors. And this is neighbors who always bring me cookies, plates of cookies, and I don't bring them plates of cookies. So I thought I'll paint them cookies instead. You make a garland out of this, or I might just leave them as ornaments that they can hang on their tree, and gouache, unless it gets fixed, would end up being potentially a bit of a disaster if the tree gets watered, since gouache will re-wet. Watercolors will re-wet, but not quite as difficultly. But you can paint all kinds of designs in these. You can leave highlights in them. So on some of these, I've left, you know, like a white highlight on top kind of thing. So you can make it look like dimensional frosting, or you can just paint solid shapes in there. The bell, I put some shading in as I was painting it. So this one that I'm using is Cad Red Scarlet. And I'm going to give it some shading by adding its complement. And yes, I'm using paint straight out of the tube because that's how I'm rolling today, since it is the holiday season. But you can use a complementary color to drop in for shadows. Just going to put a little bit of that in there and then move it around.
What green is that?
This is Hooker's Green.
Yes, thank you.
So I'm starting by putting some of that in to get the real darkness in there. And then if it gets too green, I can go back and just add a little bit more red in there, and I'll have more of a dark red color than a greeny red. Because, as we know with color theory, complements will give you neutrals. And so you can get a dark color out of any paint that you have. You don't have to have a dark red paint in order to create your shadows. So I'm going to do a little bit of a This is Lunar Blue, happens to be a little bit in my palette from a previous painting. So I can add just a little bit of shading on the side here. And I'm going to touch them together just because I like when colors bleed and blend and get washy. Because I've got the nice crisp edge around the outside from painting that border. And this will make it feel more watercolory to just have some color that's going to bleed and blend and have fun and make the happy accidents that Sabine also experienced, except I make mine intentionally sometimes. So I'll add a little bit more shading around this side as well. If I put a little bit of that lunar blue in there, it'll make it a little bit darker, but also carry a little of the color. So you can go crazy with these. You can add gouache if something doesn't work out right. My stripe is not exactly straight. If I decided I wanted that straight, I could go in and add more more detail to it with gouache or with some blank brain. Anyway, you get the idea. Go make yourself some ornaments out of your Christmas cookie cutters. Thank you for coming and joining in with us. And I hope to get more ideas from the rest of you who are going to be painting today. So turn it over to the next person. Is it Buffy next?
Buffy.
Y'all ready to go?
Yes.
Yes.
Thanks, Sandy. That was awesome. Thanks. We're glad you could be
Thank
here.
you.
Thank you, Sandy.
Hello, everybody. Merry Christmas. I started off with my sketch on some tracing paper. Excuse the architectural part, I'm not good at that. But and then I transferred it over to watercolor, and I used some masking fluid to kind of preserve some whites. And I thought, since many of you will be painting Christmas trees and wreaths, that I could show you a fun way to introduce watercolor pouring into that. So what I'll do is I will get a brush and I'll begin painting with water. And I'll use dirty water so you can see, for instance, where I'm doing it. And I'm using the water like I would paint. And then I'll take a pipette and I'll pick a color. Let me pick a better one. Pick a color and I will drop that in and I'll keep moving around. This will work, like I said, on trees and wreaths. And I can keep moving around my wreath and start building up some wonderful color blends by using different greens, different colors. You can also keep in mind to go from warm to cool. And if you do a lot of warm and cool in your paintings, what'll happen is you're going to automatically start to develop some shadows. And who doesn't like it when the painting paints itself, right? This is the undersea green and cascade green, which work really good together to create that warmer and cooler effect. They both are also multiple pigment, so you get some really great and exciting things happening while you're painting. Sections where they'll be dark, you can do more coverage. And then just remember to think about the shape of the pine needles and how they go in multiple directions. This can really add something to your watercolors when you incorporate the pouring into them. A lot of times you'll find color blends and things you never even realized. Be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Gosh, look at how beautiful that cascade and undersea get along. So see, I have one pipette that has the cascade and one that has the undersea. Another trick really quick on these two colors in particular is that when watered down, you can get this beautiful, beautiful pastel. So you get the big rich, right? So it's almost getting like getting two colors in one. Kind of fun. Let's go up here and connect some of these over here. I wonder how many of you have tried watercolor pouring, and if you like it, if you use it at all in your work, I would love to know how many people use it.
Diane says yes.
Hi, Diane.
I might not have before, but I think I might now.
Hi, Buffy.
It's fun.
Hi.
I got some nice pipettes. I got some new ones. I'm waiting to use those too.
Yay.
Where do you get pipettes?
I find them on
Michael's
Amazon.
Craft Store.
Yeah, I find them
Yeah,
on Amazon. Michael's has them. That's good to know for those of you
Michael
in the
has them.
States.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Buffy, what's amazing about this pouring technique is how much ground you've covered so quickly. I mean, trying to do that with a brush would take forever.
Well, and once this dries, then I can do another on top of it and go into my darker shadows. And it just gives this, isn't that just beautiful? You really get to celebrate the watercolor while you're painting. And just so this really debunks the you have to have single pigment paints only too, because both of these I think are 3 colors each, and you just get all the lovelies of nature in it, don't you?
I'd say
It
it's
actually
romantic, those
feels,
greens.
yeah, you can feel the nature in there,
Yeah.
the subtleties.
Yeah, and it is giving that feeling of shadows and having the cool and the warmth. So thank you for letting me share.
Thank you, Buffy. Now we move on to Brazil with Sylvia Trad.
Hello, everyone. Merry Christmas. And let's paint some fun trees, Christmas trees. Okay, it's fun. It's something you can do. First, I am wow, I don't know, sparkling serpentine green, then jadeite, my 2 favorite greens, jadeite. Whoa, bit of jadeite, too much. And whoops, under sea green, which I always use with these 2 other greens. And then we are going to move with a bit of water and this movement, like this, water. It's very simple, but it's very fun as well. And
This is the fastest Christmas trees I have ever seen.
yeah, it's fun. Bit of cascade, because I think, yeah, quick and fun. But I need more green here. Okay. And all around. I was going to paint a wreath, but this is more fun and everyone can paint one Christmas card like this. Now, after we are done here, I need a gouache, a white gouache. I painted a wedding gown these days with gouache. Sounds crazy, but I did. Okay. And now a bit of wash because titanium white in watercolor wouldn't cover the way I want. So wash. You can leave like this here, no problem. And some gold, iridescent gold. Oh, maybe from the tube. Is something to paint with our children, grandchildren. Very fun. And yeah. I'm really painting everywhere around here. Wow, too much. Yeah, I'm
But
painting.
it looks so fun.
Yeah, it is. Everything around here. Sometimes I see my walls painted, but it's fun, really fun. Nothing difficult, but it's something that you can have fun with children, well, with people that are afraid of a brush and watercolor. Well, I want more and more white, but it's a lot of water here. I won't be able to, have it more. Okay. I love the squash. It's a good idea. And now I'll let it dry and I can show you after the other artist because it's too wet and I can take the tape out right now. Okay, so this is my fun painting for today. I wish you all a Merry Christmas, a very, very wonderful seasonal holiday season. And I hope we are all together next year. Once again, painting and together. Okay.
Thank you, Sylvia.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we will jump into from Brazil to Italy with Lorena.
Okay, hello everyone, and Merry Christmas, of course. Now I'm painting some greetings cards because I love prepare presents for my friends, and I think that put together also greeting cards paint by my hand is something really special. Sometimes I prepare gift Christmas card like this. I can paint this part, and here I can write something. Okay, and I use different style, different color, and I enjoy a lot painting these small cards. For this evening, I want to paint a girland because I love a lot this subject. And I want to show you two different style. Here I use the typical color of the Christmas period, green and red. And I work in this way. I draw the circle line, so it's easier have the regular shape, the regular shape of the garland, and then I do this. I paint these small leaves. Now I'm using the serpentine green, serpentine genuine, because I like a lot this green. I paint very fast, and the leaves is important that are irregular. I like this. For the berries, I use red. For example, here I use the organic vermilion and the permanent red. I think that is important. And also another green, and I use the deep sap green because it's a strong green. I use this green for this part of my cards. I think it's important that I change my brush. I use a smaller brush, and I do this. You can see that I change the position of the piece of paper because this helps me to create lines that are more natural, because this movement for me is more natural. Right. I check and I see that, for example, here, I think need to put other color, and for this reason, I paint other leaves. So here. Okay. You can also do this, for example. I add some small point of color because this helps to me have a more grateful composition.
Beautiful.
Okay. I think that this is okay. For this, I show you. I love the ultramarine blue. For this, I use this color, and I use another color that I use every day, the quinacridone pink. This is card that is done using cold color. So you can try to use different color. I like the typical Christmas color like green, but also use others solution, other mix may be interesting. I use also a little bit of rose ultramarine.
We can come back with Lorena later and see both artworks done. And for now, we're going to invite Angela from Italy. We move on to Angela's back home. Welcome, Angela.
Thank you.
Yes. Now I managed to activate my audio. Thank you. Yes, I've been trying to paint some candles, which is also a very Christmassy theme. And I'm starting to paint the leaves. I am painting in a much more traditional way than what I normally do, but I like it as well. So I wonder if the pouring would be applicable here. I love the pouring technique. These are sap green and cascade green. You have to let it dry a little. The holly. I used to make cards years ago with always candle and some holly. I need the red berries now. But I want to show you also what I did before. Let me put the berries. I will use a very red. Very bright red. Maybe it's too wet still. I think I have to wait a little. In the meantime, while it dries, I will show you what I wanted to show you. Here it's okay. Okay. I don't know if you, well, if you remember this thing that I did a couple of years ago. This is painted. I keep it here as a reminder of these days, and I love to paint this. Let me remove this moment. This is a box painted with golden watercolor ground, the background, and then on top there is gouache. And look that it breaks. This is represents the three kings. We don't have Santa, we have the three kings. It's the tradition in our country. They come on the 6th of January, but because we won't meet until after the new year, so I thought it was a good reminder. And just look at how it crackles. I don't know if you can appreciate it. Can you see the texture? This is gouache. And also I found, this is the card I did yesterday. Now it's finished. I think it came out very well.
Looks beautiful.
Funny how the light doesn't let us.
We can see the shimmer.
Yeah, oh yeah. If I incline it a bit, yes.
Yeah, if you tip it back a little bit, yep.
Yes.
Beautiful. Turned out so good.
It's the shimmer of Christmas.
Yes, and I found what, apart from my Christmas tree that I shared yesterday, you can see the shimmer now as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love your trees, Angela.
Sorry? Hello?
I love your trees.
Thank you. Thank you, my dear. So, all these golden colors. And this is what my granddaughter did. What do you think? She's 11.
Oh, amazing.
Oh, wow.
She's 11.
Beautiful, Angela.
And I want to show you how children can actually do this.
That's your talent. You give it to her.
Oh, she's better than me. She wrote the message here in gold.
Oh.
Also, she used the golden color. And it's just two cards put together. Isn't that wonderful?
Very nice.
So,
That's wonderful.
It is. That's the best.
Yeah.
so we did together, and but I love hers.
Please tell her from the group we think she's terrific. How's that?
Exactly. So anyone can do it. And my 8-year-old, he took it with him, my 8-year-old grandson, but it was fantastic too. He's in gold and I think it's pearlescent white. This is fantastic. So this is very Christmassy. And this, it says Bon Nadal, which is the Catalan for Merry Christmas. So I will continue with my candle, but I want to leave you with this message. And at the bottom, she says, "M'encanta el Nadal. I love Christmas." So that's my best message to you all. Have a very Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, Angela.
Thank you.
Yes.
We may go to Bennick. Thank you, Angela. We go to Bennick. So Bennick can show his work that started yesterday. Hi, Bennick.
Hello.
Hi, Besnik.
Nice antlers.
My daughter put this on my head.
Yeah. Very nice.
So the results from last night, I removed the watercolor, the masking liquid, and now I will play with some iridescence and pearlescence as decorative part of the trees that I painted last night.
Oh, so they are Christmas trees. Oh, how lovely.
Yeah, I will go there.
Besnick, did you get muted?
No,
He actually left the room. He's back there.
It's okay.
Oh, okay.
You guys are hearing me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great. Okay, so these are the results that I used last night.
Fantastic.
This one I still didn't remove the masking liquid. I want to add some lunar earth here to make a little bit more contrast. I like this one. I mean, okay, I like all of them because they are my works. Okay, I will start from this one. I want to add a little bit reddish here, and I will do it very simple. I will just spray it on, and I will use the round shape of the tube.
Last week, the cap of the tube was a stamp. Now the tube itself is a stamp.
Yeah. Oh, sorry for this.
Don says, so creative and free, Besnick.
Thank you. I will change the color. So it's permanent orange. I want to do
Permanent
the same.
orange really glows.
Which one?
The permanent orange there just glows.
Yeah.
Seems like lights.
I like these trees. My cat can't climb them.
Exactly. Does he jump on the tree?
We have 2 teenage cats and they're fascinated with the tree. Hopefully next year they'll be over it.
Every year, my school in England sends me a Christmas card and a birthday card. And I put the cards in frames and I've got them there to enjoy all year. And I think, hey, some student in my school did this. And the child across the road just sent me a birthday card. It's a bit much. It's crayon. But anyway, I'm going to put it in a frame and tell them thank you. And then I will have it to look at during this coming year.
Oh,
A great idea.
lovely.
Using here lunar Earth.
Let's see, is there an echo?
What?
I think there is an echo. Do you have 2 mics?
Thank you, Bernie. We come back to United States, to Loyal. She's waiting.
Hi. So I was inspired by Nutcracker Ballet and have been doing these really, really quick and simple kind of 2-minute ballerinas. The sun is out today. You guys, we've had so much rain and flooding. So I'm enjoying these streaks of sunlight, but I'll try to put a little blockade for the little ballerina for now. So I have walnut ink, which we all know that I love, and a little dagger brush. So these are just little quick, simple, gestural little dancers.
Her skirt looks like a flower.
The skirt's the fun part. I'll show you. And then just sideways for, let's see, and we'll do a little there, some legs, and a little box for some point shoes. And the buns, you guys, when I was painting this first one, I could feel my head hurting I felt like I was 8 years old again and my hair was being pulled back like so tight for the putting on the costumes and doing the ballet each year.
So this is the Waltz of the Flowers from the Nutcracker?
I don't know about the flowers, but we'll put a flower in her hair. How's that?
I think the skirt looks like a flower. It's so pretty.
So I put a little bit of iridescent gold sprinkled into the bodice. And now I have a little bit of quin pink. So I'll pick some of that up with a round brush and start shaping the skirt. And I want it to be kind of a combination of these wet and dry brush strokes because I want to give the illusion of a beautiful pink tulle skirt. And I'll come back in. I'm just using the end of my little paint tube to give some direction, just some real quick little